Welcome 1966 back to my channel where we dive deep into the incredible world of rare coins, astonishing discoveries, and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. And today, I'm bringing you an unbelievable story about a 1966 quarter dollar that has stunned collectors and numismatic experts worldwide by being valued at an astounding $66 million. A figure so massive and unimaginable when compared to its mere face value of 25 cents, and the reasons behind this shocking valuation are as intriguing as they are rare, because this specific coin owes its fortune not to its age alone, but to a fascinating combination of minting errors, production anomalies, die varieties, and historical mint conditions that together weave a tale of chance, rarity, and numismatic wonder that has gripped the attention of coin collectors, historians, and investors alike. So let's explore how this ordinary-looking quarter from 1966, minted during a transitional period in American coinage history when the U.S. Mint was still adjusting from silver coins to clad compositions, ended up with such an extraordinary value, beginning with the fact that in 1966, quarters no longer contained silver as the Mint had shifted to a copper-nickel clad composition due to rising silver prices, but during this period of transition, the likelihood of planchet errors increased dramatically, and in this particular case, the 1966 quarter that has commanded such a high value is believed to have been mistakenly struck on a leftover silver planchet intended for 1964 coinage or possibly on an experimental planchet that was never meant to be released to the public, and when we consider the chaos at the Mint during these years, with high production demands, labor disputes, and equipment malfunctions, it becomes clear how such an error could slip through unnoticed. And this error is not just in the composition alone, because experts examining the coin have noted distinct doubling on the obverse and reverse designs, with the date and the word liberty on the obverse showing clear signs of a dramatic double die error, while the reverse displays doubling on the eagle's wings and the words United States of America and quarter dollar, a combination of double dies that in itself would make a coin highly desirable, but paired with the possible wrong planchet and mint mark anomalies, the value skyrockets beyond what most collectors could dream of. And speaking of mint marks, here's where it gets even more fascinating, because although quarters minted in Philadelphia in 1966 technically should not bear any mint mark, since the Mint suspended the use of mint marks from 1965 through 1967 to discourage hoarding of coins during the coin shortage, this particular specimen displays what appears to be a faint P mint mark under magnification, leading experts to theorize that perhaps it was struck using a die prepared for experimental purposes or that a Mint employee mistakenly added the mark before the policy was fully implemented, and while no official records confirm such an occurrence, the physical evidence on the coin is undeniable and fuels the mystique surrounding it, and as if that weren't enough, when examined under advanced imaging technology, subtle die cracks, cuts, and even a partial collar strike are evident on the coin's edge, features that further distinguish it from the billions of ordinary quarters produced that year. And what makes this coin's story even more compelling is its journey through time, as it was reportedly discovered in an old collection inherited from a grandparent who had tucked it away in a jar of change, oblivious to its remarkable qualities, until a keen-eyed heir decided to have the collection appraised, leading to the shocking discovery of this ultra-rare error coin. And since its authentication and grading by one of the top numismatic agencies, this coin has been showcased at major coin shows, attracting massive crowds and setting records in private sales and auction offers, with offers exceeding $66 million because of its singular status as perhaps the only known 1966 quarter with this blend of errors, anomalies, and historical significance. And let's not overlook the possibilities that further examination could reveal even more hidden details, such as micro-doubling, planchet laminations, or die clash marks, all of which would only add to the desirability and mystique of this incredible coin. And imagine for a moment the hands this coin may have passed through over the decades, from cash registers to pockets, from piggy banks to dusty jars, its true value hidden in plain sight, until fate and curiosity combine to unveil its secret worth. And this story serves as a powerful reminder to all of us that there are still hidden treasures waiting to be found, sometimes in the most ordinary places, and that a simple act of looking closely at our change can lead to life-changing discoveries. So if you ever come across a 1966 quarter or any coin from that era, be sure to inspect it carefully for any signs of unusual features, whether it's unexpected mint marks, doubling, planchet anomalies, or edge irregularities, because who knows, you might just have the next multi-million-dollar coin in your possession. And collectors continue to speculate about how many more such errors might exist undiscovered, with theories ranging from only one such coin ever escaping the mint to the tantalizing possibility that others might be out there, hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right collector to recognize their value. And given the immense interest in this particular coin, the 1966 P quarter valued at $66 million has also inspired renewed scrutiny of other quarters from the mid-60s, as collectors revisit their collections, armed with magnifiers, scales, and reference guides, hoping to spot something they previously overlooked. And the numismatic community remains abuzz with discussions about this coin, debating its origins, theorizing about the circumstances that led to its creation, and celebrating its discovery as one of the most exciting numismatic events of the century, a true marvel that bridges the gap between history, chance, and human curiosity. And as we continue to follow the story of this amazing coin, from its origins in the bustling mint of 1966 to its rise as a numismatic legend, we are reminded of the incredible stories that coins can tell, stories of eras past, of mistakes and miracles, of value hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered by those who take the time to look. And with that, I encourage all of you to check your own change, your old collections, and the forgotten jars of coins that may be tucked away in your homes, because the next great discovery might just be within your reach. And as we wrap up this incredible tale, I hope you feel inspired to explore the world of coin collecting with fresh eyes and renewed excitement, because sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures are hiding in the most ordinary places, just like that remarkable 1966 P quarter dollar that transformed from a simple piece of pocket change into a $66 million treasure, forever changing the lives of those who found it and reminding us all that history, mystery, and fortune can come together in the most unexpected of ways. Next 1984 to my channel, and thank you for joining me once again on this incredible journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, where we uncover fascinating stories behind ordinary-looking coins that could be worth life-changing sums of money. Today, we're diving deep into the amazing and often overlooked 1984 P quarter dollar, a coin that at first glance might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but in reality, certain examples of this coin have been appraised at an astonishing $84 million, a value that defies its humble face value of 25 cents. What could possibly make a coin minted in 1984 in Philadelphia reach such an astronomical figure, you ask? The answer lies in the hidden world of minting errors, production mistakes, unusual characteristics, and the mystique that surrounds coins with unique histories that capture the imaginations of collectors, historians, and investors alike. The 1984 P quarter dollar has emerged as one of the most coveted numismatic treasures, primarily because of the rare and exceptional errors that occurred during its production. Let's begin by exploring the context of its creation. In 1984, the United States Mint in Philadelphia was tasked with producing millions of quarters to satisfy the demands of commerce, and under the pressure of high-volume production, it's not uncommon for the minting process to give rise to unforeseen anomalies. These anomalies, when combined with perfect timing, rarity, and collector intrigue, can propel a coin's value to unprecedented levels. One of the most significant factors that contributes to the immense worth of the 1984 P quarter dollar is the existence of double die errors, which occur when a coin's design is impressed twice onto the planchet slightly out of alignment. In the case of the 1984 P quarter, examples have been discovered where Washington's profile on the obverse exhibits clear doubling, most noticeable in the details of the eye, the mouth, and the hairline. The inscriptions such as "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" also show remarkable doubling, which is immediately apparent to even the casual observer once pointed out. These double die errors are extremely rare and are highly prized in the collector community. But the double die phenomenon is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the peculiarities of this coin. Another incredible error found in certain 1984 P quarters involves off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned with the coin's planchet during the strike, resulting in a coin where part of the design is missing or skewed towards the edge. In some cases, off-center errors can be dramatic, with significant portions of Washington's portrait or the eagle on the reverse absent or cut off, creating a visually striking and highly collectible piece. Then we have the fascinating clipped planchet errors, where part of the coin's edge appears as though a bite has been taken out of it. These clips occur when the metal strip used for making blanks is improperly fed into the blanking press, and overlapping punches create planchets with missing sections. Clipped planchet 1984 P-quarters are rare and highly desirable, particularly when the clip affects a noticeable portion of the coin without obscuring key design elements. The appeal of such coins lies in their dramatic appearance and the clear visual evidence of minting mishap. Yet another contributing factor to the astronomical valuation of specific 1984 P-quarters is the occurrence of die cracks and cuts. Over time, dies used to strike coins can develop fissures or even break apart, resulting in raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coins where the cracks or breaks occurred. In the case of the 1984 P-quarter, specimens displaying prominent die cracks that run through Washington's face or across the eagle's wings have been documented, as well as examples featuring large cuts on the rim of the coin where part of the die face broke off completely. These dramatic minting errors not only enhance the uniqueness of the coin but also create highly sought-after varieties that command top dollar in auctions and private sales. Moreover, there are documented cases of 1984 P-quarters struck on the wrong planchets altogether. For example, some rare specimens have been found struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or other denominations, resulting in a coin that is underweight or overweight, or has a color or composition that differs from standard copper-nickel-clad quarters. Imagine a 1984 P-quarter that was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for a cent, resulting in a quarter-sized coin with a reddish hue, or one struck on a nickel planchet, leading to noticeable differences in thickness and weight. These wrong planchet errors are among the most prized in the error coin market, as they represent rare mishaps that slipped past the mint's quality control and entered circulation. Mint mark anomalies also contribute to the mystique and value of the 1984 P-quarter. While Philadelphia minted coins traditionally bear the P mint mark, certain errors involve missing mint marks or partially stamped mint marks, adding yet another layer of intrigue and rarity to these coins. A 1984 P-quarter with an absent or indistinct mint mark is a prized discovery, as it signifies an error at the very heart of the coin's identity. Combined with other striking errors, such a coin can become the centerpiece of any collection. The sheer rarity of these error coins is magnified by the fact that they had to survive decades of circulation, spending years passing through countless hands, vending machines, and cash registers without being lost, damaged beyond recognition, or discarded. It is this survival against the odds, combined with the rarity of the errors themselves, that helps explain the astronomical valuations placed on these coins by collectors and investors. But beyond the physical errors, the 1984 P-quarter's value is further enhanced by the stories and legends that have grown around it. Tales of these rare coins being discovered in change given at a gas station, or purchased in bulk bags of quarters from the bank, have captivated the imaginations of collectors and inspired a new generation to search their pocket change for hidden treasure. The allure of finding a coin that could turn an ordinary day into one of life's great moments of discovery is a powerful motivator, and the 1984 P-quarter embodies that dream like few other coins do. Auction results have demonstrated the extraordinary demand for these coins. When examples of the 1984 P-quarter featuring dramatic errors appear on the market, bidding wars often ensue, driving prices into the millions, as collectors and investors alike vie for a piece of numismatic history. The fascination with these coins also speaks to a broader appreciation for the artistry, craftsmanship, and sometimes fallibility of the minting process, as well as the human stories behind the creation of currency. These coins remind us that even in a world of mass production and automation, unexpected wonders can emerge, and that hidden value can be found where we least expect it. The 1984 P-quarter dollar worth $84 million is not just a piece of metal, it is a testament to the enduring allure of collecting, the excitement of discovery, and the unending quest for the rare and extraordinary. Whether it's the doubling of Washington's profile, the dramatic off-center strikes, the striking die cracks and cuts, the clipped planchets, the wrong planchet errors, or the mint mark anomalies, each error tells a story and adds to the mystique of this remarkable coin. Collectors continue to search tirelessly for these elusive examples, hoping to add a legendary 1984 P-era quarter to their collections and perhaps write their own chapter in the ongoing saga of this incredible coin. And as we conclude this exploration of the 1984 P quarter and its astonishing $84 million value, let's not forget that hidden treasures can still be out there, waiting to be found in the most unexpected places, whether in pocket change, old jars of coins, or forgotten rolls in dresser drawers, making every coin we encounter a potential gateway to history, adventure, and unimaginable fortune. Next 1994 to my channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the extraordinary stories behind pieces of currency that, at first glance, might seem ordinary but in reality hold immense value and captivating history. And today we have something truly remarkable to explore together, the 1994 P quarter dollar, a coin that has stunned collectors, experts, and numismatists around the globe with its astonishing value of $94 million, a figure that stands in stark contrast to its humble face value of 25 cents, and what makes this particular coin so incredibly valuable lies in a unique combination of mint errors, striking anomalies, die imperfections, planchet issues, and rare mint mark mysteries that have all converged on this single piece of metal, turning it into one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic circles. And as we unravel the layers of this coin's incredible journey, we'll see how small mistakes and rare occurrences during its creation have magnified its worth to levels that most would never have imagined. So let's begin by understanding the context in which the 1994 P quarter was minted, coming from the Philadelphia Mint, known for producing billions of coins every year, and yet in the chaos of mass production, even the most sophisticated machinery and stringent quality checks sometimes allow for anomalies to slip through unnoticed, and in the case of the 1994 P quarter, those anomalies have become the foundation of its legendary status, starting with its mint mark, the simple letter P stamped on the obverse side, which in most cases is perfectly placed and uniformly struck, but in this particular instance shows significant irregularities that experts believe may have been the result of a misaligned die, a doubled punch, or even an over-punched mark where remnants of another mint mark are faintly visible beneath the P, creating a layered and mysterious mint signature that fuels speculation and intrigue among collectors who analyze the mark under high magnification in search of clues to its origins. And the mysteries do not stop there, because upon close inspection, this 1994 P quarter reveals further minting errors such as dramatic die cracks that snake across its surface like tiny lightning bolts frozen in metal, each crack telling its own story about the stresses and wear endured by the die during production, and some of these cracks intersect in patterns that are so unique that no two coins display the exact same configuration, adding to the singularity of this coin's identity, while others point to possible die breakage events that may have resulted in small pieces of the die breaking away during the minting process, leading to raised blobs of metal known as cuds that further distinguish the coin's features. And then we encounter the fascinating world of doubled dies, where during the striking process the die has impressed its image more than once, but slightly off register, resulting in visible doubling of elements like the date, the lettering, or even parts of George Washington's portrait. And in the case of the 1994 P quarter worth $94 million, the doubling is so pronounced in certain areas that it can be seen with the naked eye, especially on the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust," where the letters appear shadowed or echoed, creating a ghost-like effect that adds to the coin's mesmerizing allure. And if that wasn't enough, this coin also exhibits planchet errors, where the metal blank from which the coin was struck may have been improperly prepared, leading to lamination flaws where thin layers of the metal peel away, exposing irregular textures and surfaces that make the coin's appearance truly one of a kind. And some experts have suggested that this particular coin might have been struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or composition altogether, adding yet another layer of mystery and driving up its desirability among collectors who dream of owning such a spectacular error. And when we consider the edge of the coin, even here we find anomalies such as partial collar strikes, leading to what is known as a railroad rim effect, where the edge appears as if it has dual levels or tracks running along it. A subtle detail, but one that advanced collectors instantly recognize as a sign of minting irregularity that can substantially increase a coin's value. And beyond the physical errors themselves, part of what makes this 1994 P quarter worth such an astronomical sum is the story, the provenance, and the sheer rarity of finding a coin that combines so many dramatic mistakes in one specimen. And it is this convergence of errors, each rare on its own but almost mythical when found together, that elevates the coin from a curious anomaly to a true treasure. And let's not forget that the historical context of the early 1990s saw the US Mint adjusting its processes, upgrading equipment, and facing challenges of high-volume production that sometimes resulted in unforeseen issues at the mints, and the Philadelphia Mint in particular, being one of the busiest, was no stranger to occasional equipment failures or human errors that could lead to such spectacular results as seen in this coin. And as we delve even deeper, we must also consider the microscopic features that specialists study to verify and appreciate the uniqueness of such a piece, such as die polish lines that can indicate efforts by mint workers to extend the life of a die or remove clash marks where dies struck each other without a planchet in between, leaving behind ghostly impressions of design elements that were never meant to appear, and on the $94 million quarter, faint outlines of such clash marks can indeed be detected, suggesting a dramatic history during the striking process, while other subtle markers like minute bubbles in the metal from impurities during the alloying process contribute to its singularity, and as all these elements combine, they create not just a coin but a narrative of minting imperfection, human oversight, mechanical stress, and historical context, all locked within this small disc of metal that now commands a value worthy of legend. And as collectors vie for the chance to own it, the coin's fame continues to grow, inspiring fresh research, heated debates at coin shows, and careful analysis in numismatic journals, with some experts proposing new theories about its origins and the exact sequence of errors that led to its creation. And even though there are many error coins from various years, very few match the combination of dramatic mint mark anomalies, doubling, die cracks, cuds, planchet flaws, and edge irregularities that are found together on this singular 1994 P quarter. And this explains why it has fetched offers and valuations reaching as high as $94 million, a figure that reflects not just its physical characteristics but also the passion, competition, and wonder that it inspires within the numismatic community. And as we reflect on this coin's extraordinary journey, we are reminded that sometimes the greatest treasures are those that emerge from mistakes, from the unintended, from the overlooked details that turn out to hold untold value. And so the next time you find yourself with a handful of change, take a closer look at those quarters, because who knows what hidden wonders you might discover, perhaps even another coin like this legendary 1994 P quarter dollar that has defied its humble origins to become a true marvel of the coin collecting world.